also, what I've done in the last 6 months is I've outsourced pretty much like 95% of my text game. So I have assistants who do all the early parts for me because I just think it's so time consuming, right? Like running all this high volume. So I think if you're in a position where you can do that, it's definitely advantageous. And I just pay them a commission system for like every date they set up for me. I kind of like doing that, or I'll give them like a little bit of free coaching.
Dude, I was wondering about that because it's so time consuming and it's so repetitive. It's like such a time sink, and it's not like a super high difficulty skill set. Like you could just teach someone to do that. Did you find a VA and just teach them game?
It was guys in my mastermind group, guys who already really have decent skills, and they're like, I don't know, they're like fans of mine. So
I have friends that live in other countries, and that's what they do. They just find like a local guy, and they'll teach him game, and that local guy will do the texting for them because they know all the slang and stuff.
There might be a business idea here. There might be
a learning process. I've gone through a lot of assistants. A lot of them get burned out because they can't handle like whatever. I guess the pressure of setting up my dates. I don't know, but
I would hire someone to do that. Like there might be potential there because I don't keep up with all my matches. Like half of them, I just forget to text them back, and I lose those leads because I can't keep up with it.
If only there was another way to meet girls.
Yeah, if only there was a way to just go out and like bring a girl home with you that same night. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But come on, guys, we live in the real world, not the fantasy world.
Yeah. Back to reality.
Back to reality, boys. Oh yeah. So okay. So what are some of your Avery? What are some overarching principles for texting?
I avoid texting as much as possible. I mean, I'm like being
Step one,
good
avoid
at
it.
game helps with texting. Like being good at game helps with texting because as you get wittier, as you get better at just coming up with like repartee or whatever, that translates to texting, being able to come up with a clever response. But I'm not like what I do is I try to make the interaction so solid that all I have to do is confirm. So most of the girls I meet in real life, and I make the interaction really solid, and then then I make plans for a date while I'm still talking to the girl. And then all I have to do is confirm on text. I don't have to convince her of anything.
What I really don't like about that strategy is that like you know what the girl looks like before you meet up with her, and then like you don't get that really fun experience of where you think you're meeting with a hot girl and she turns out to be a secret fatty. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like you're missing out on that.
That's the fun of online dating.
I feel like you're really missing out on that. And I just, you're entitled to your own preferences, but that's like really key.
Schrodinger's fat chick. Until you actually meet up with her in your mind, she's super hot. And then as soon as you open the door to that restaurant, wherever you see her sitting there, then the reality's confirmed. Either she actually is hot or she's something else.
My first online date that I ever did when I was 18, it was on like, what were the old apps? Like Plenty of Fish or something, which is now all whales. But the girl, she was 20 in her pictures. She was over 50 in real life. That was my first online date. And I didn't go on another one for years after that. It was just like, this is ridiculous.
You couldn't tell that those pictures were like super old.
That they were like a black and white. I should have seen that as a red flag, but
yeah, man.
So okay, so essays for chicks who are